Okay, so here we are at Alor Cafe with Frank Ferreri and Santi Zibriana, right?
Right.
Okay, so tell me guys, what is the attraction of playing at a small venue like Alor Cafe?
Well, for me, I'm new on Staten Island, meaning I've been here about 8 years, so I'm a new resident. And it's an opportunity for me to introduce myself to the community, and Alex has been nice enough to give us a regular appearance. We're here every other Thursday. So we started with a few people that were patrons and our friends, and it's grown. So we've had more and more people coming in and telling us that they like what we're doing. And so that's what I think the attraction is for me to introduce myself to a new audience.
You guys have played before you came to Alor Cafe, obviously, right?
Yeah,
A relationship?
I'd say over about 20 years now, on and off different venues. Santi actually originally kind of fell in love with Staten Island back around 2003 or so when we were doing some things at Snug Harbor and also at the Hilton Garden Inn. It was the whole jazz series that we ran over there. And he came out here and really enjoyed it.
I'm here because of Frank, because Frank invited me and said, come out, and he knew I was looking for a home. And he said, man, come and check out Staten Island. I think you'll like it. I know you will. And I came out, and he showed me around, and then I started coming back around, and he invited me on these jobs, playing music, and I love it.
Thank you, Frank, for bringing Santi our way. Alor Cafe appreciates the vibe and the jazz that you guys bring here. It's like a really great culture that we're starting to create, especially on the wine and cheese night. I know you play here on other nights also.
Right. Yeah, well, thank you. I appreciate that, and I'm glad it worked out that way. I mean, you know, I wish I could say I brought him out here for that reason. I brought him out here because he was my friend, and I just wanted him to live close to me.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, like what Santi was saying, you know, like the mission here is to just, you know, bring our music here. It's our neighborhood. We both live here, right down the street in New
down the
York.
street.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
so
wonderful.
yeah,
We're both residents of New Dorp. I'm on New Dorp Beach.
right.
Oh, hence the name New Dorp Jazz Masters.
That's right.
Right. Do you guys feel that Alor Cafe is the only place really right now that's supporting the jazz community locally?
Yes.
Or is anybody else doing
Yeah,
that?
I do. I mean, there were some places that were doing it, but there's more of a consistency here. You know, and like Santi's often said, and we've spoken about, the consistency is the most important thing. You know, when you're bringing the music out for people to hear, you know, you have to be consistent. So the Alor also brings in some other players. You know, Ray Scrow, Bob Kaiser, and they're also bringing the music here. So yeah, I think right now the Alor Cafe is the only place.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. I definitely think that jazz is something that the younger generation, I mean, I'm in my 40s, but I didn't listen to a lot of jazz growing up. And I know for my daughter, jazz is like this mystical thing, and she's in her 20s. So it's kind of cool for our younger patrons here at Alor to get an experience of something that's been around since the beginning of music, really.
Yeah, well, the exposure. You know, once the young people exposed to this music, and when they see it live, it has a totally different effect. You know, because they catch the vibe up on a bandstand.
Yeah, the energy on the stage.
Yeah, and there's some wonderful players out here on Staten Island, and these people should be hearing them. You know, there's Michael Moriali. I mean, Chris Kaiser. There's a load of players that are really good, and sometimes they're here. And when they hear, people should come out and hear them and support the music.
We played here one night, and there was a family here with about maybe 4 or 5 little kids. I'm talking about 8, 9 years old.
Right.
And those kids came right at the foot of the stage, and they were watching me play the guitar and watching him on drums, and they were quiet. When we were done playing, the kids said to me, "You're cool." And we were playing our normal music, you know, John Coltrane, you know, McCoy Tyner, and you know, Duke Ellington, all the. We didn't play any children's tunes at all.
Well, you know, Alor Cafe is a family-oriented restaurant, and we do get some really small children, and it's not uncommon for a toddler to get up on stage and like get in the mix. The musicians here are very, very patient and kind with the little kids. But yeah, there are a lot of little children that are developing an affinity for live music and learning about instruments that they've never seen before, you know, because music in the schools is a dying thing also. So to see like a live sax player or the bass and, you know, the piano, the drums, they never get to really see it in action with people collaborating at one time, playing improv, no less.
And like Frank said, it's one thing hearing it on record or on the radio.
Yeah.
It's another thing seeing it live. It's much more impressive seeing it live.
Yeah. And I think the customers of Alor Cafe love it, the fact that in the show break they get a chance to talk to you and shake your hand and like meet, you know, real jazz musicians and really get a feeling for your passion for the music.
Yes, we've
like
got a few
awesome.
people that are coming to see us every time we perform.
Yeah.
And I can't have a quiet drink at the bar. I've got to come over and say hello.
Yeah, because it's starting to happen when they walk through the door for their dinner reservations here at Alor, and then they say, "Well, is Frank coming?" You know,
Oh, really?
Or I met Santi last wine and cheese night, and it's really exciting for them. It's like the meeting of a celebrity or some sort, you know.
Well, I hope they're looking for me because they want to hear us play and not for some other reason.
Maybe they want you to buy them dinner.
Yeah, right.
They want dinner from you. Well, I want to thank you both for your time and for coming out to Alor Cafe this afternoon and giving me this wonderful interview. And we can't wait until we see you. Our next date is October 8th, I believe, for wine and
The
cheese.
8th, October 8th.
And October 22nd.
That's
Right.
right.
And that's going to be really exciting. Thank
Yeah,
you
it
so
should be a
much.
lot
Thank you
of
very
fun.
much.
I have one thing to say.
Sure,
At the beginning, you said you're in your 40s.
I am.
Impossible.
I would
It's
never
true.
have guessed
Yeah.
it.
It's true.
I thought you were
and I'm
gonna
on
say
the upper crest of those
No,
numbers.
no way. All right, now tell me I
Yes,
don't look.
yes. Chef Alex has been kind enough to not mention my age to anyone, but yes.
I did want to say one more time that Alex has been really good
Yeah,
to us,
Yes,
supporting
Chef
us.
Alex really
Thank
loves
you.
to support the jazz community,
Yeah,
and
it's
it's
been
really
great for
important
us.
to him to
And
have you guys come out.
you
to
don't
Alor
always
Cafe.
get that, not only on Staten Island, but you just don't always get that, to have that, you know, and it's great. I mean, it's wonderful for the music.
Well, we're hoping to be at the forefront of a resurgence of jazz here in Staten Island and basically in the five-borough area. You know, our goal is to have people come from other places to Staten Island, to Alor Cafe, to see legends like yourself and Santi.
Well, Staten Island produced some great players over the years. You know, there was Jimmy Nepper was out here, Chuck Wayne was out here, Donnie Joseph, Caesar tomorrow. So, trying to keep that tradition going.
Exactly.
Along with the guys that are still playing out here.
Exactly. Well, thank you, gentlemen. Thank you
You're
so
very
much.
welcome.
All right.